Hi everybody, my name is Rodrigo. I am a SQL Server specialist at SolidKey Brazil, and this is the second video about the data mining with SQL Server. Here's my contacts, my Twitter, where you can send me comments and questions about SQL Server. We are in the data mining concepts topics. As we are in the introductory phase, we are talking a little about each topic and each tool, and later we will do a deep dive in each topic. Okay. So only to share with you, in the video past part 1 we discussed a little about business intelligence and business analytics. And here we have some numbers from Google for you about business analytics. Okay. As you can see, we have searches about business analytics start since 2008. Okay. So this is a very youngest thing. Okay. So today we will start our first data mining task. Okay, I think it's very important to see all the process before talking about each item. Okay, so let's start with exploring our data. Okay, so as we saw in the last video, we have to know something about our data. Okay, what kind of data we have. So how can I explore my data? Okay, in this example we have a view that brings dates from Adventure Works. Okay, let's see it here. So we will work with this view in our model. So I have a view that looks data in my Adventure Works database. And here we have the data that we will work. Okay. So what is interesting here is to see that we don't need many data or all the data. Okay, because we have some case fields that represent most important information about our customer, as number of children at home, total children, and if they have a car. Okay, here you can see owner's house, number of cars, if he is bike viewer, okay, or he's not. So the bike viewer is the customer label. Okay, is what we want to predict, is what we want to know. Okay, in our training set we use all the data and we want to use the label. Okay, because when we are training, we want to know the data and want to know if the data is true or is false about what we want to predict. Okay, but in the testing set or in prediction set we don't use or we don't have the label. Okay, because we compare the training set with the testing. Okay, we want to compare this data and want to know if they have a relationship. Okay, you want to analyze the data and get a profiling about your customer. In this example, okay, I want to know what kind of people buy bikes. Okay, so the objective is to improve the marketing around the people that have the features, okay, from a bike viewer. Okay, this example is about it. Okay, so let's build our model. Okay, so we start Visual Studio or data tools from SQL Server. Create a new project, analysis services, data mining 2. Okay, so as we know what data we will use, I need to put this data on my data mining model. I have a connection to my server, okay, and I need my username. Desktop. Okay, my password. So I have a connection to my data warehouse, and now I need a connection to my data warehouse and to my view. Okay, we will use this view. So we have the same data that we have on SQL Server in our data mining model. Okay, so what we want to predict now? I need to choose a model that we will use data warehouse, relational database, or existing cube. This we will see later. Okay, I will choose decision trees. Is the classical, is the simple to see in this moment, but after you can use your other models, or you can have your own model. Okay, we will see this later. This is my source. Okay, and here if is one view only, so we can have other options, many tables after. So here is very important. Okay, we have here our primary key or customer key. Okay, and what I want to predict, as we saw, I want to predict if my customer or the people who buy bicycles or bikes. Okay, but I don't know what kind of data is important to do this prediction. So we have a tool here, Suggest, that reads your data and count your data and gives a scores that help you to choose the best data to work with data mine. Okay, let's select some fields. Don't worry, we will see this later. Okay, with details. Okay, here only choose the fields. Okay, and now we have everything we need about our data. We have a key, we have input columns, and we have predict columns. Okay, so here we can see our data as we saw in the first video. We have kinds of data: discrete, continuous, and text, long. I like to work with numbers. Okay, but you can work with text data. Okay, no problem. And you can use detect to see. You can change. Okay, but in this moment, let's use like this. So here, what data, what percentage of data we want to use to test, and if we want true cases about people that buy bicycles in the testing case. Okay, this is very good to optimize your model. Okay, we will see this later. So here's the name of my model. Let's put 2 if I have other model. You can enable to navigate through your data. Okay, so now we have our model created, but we don't have our model to use yet. Okay, we need to process our model to use. So let's start. So here is processing our model as like you process cubes on data warehouse. So we have our model. Let me close this, and let's see our model. So we have our model with some things that we analyze, but very interesting in this model is dependence network that says to you what fields are very important to people buy a bike. Total children is very important. And after we will explore many other things in this model. But in this moment, I want to show to you how to build your first model, and you can use Visio to see and to demonstrate your data mining models. Okay, this is something that we will see in the next video, and I think today is very good to you have a little knowledge about how to build your first data mining model. Okay, so here what we did today, we created a data source, okay, and create a data source view, and we build and deploy our model. And the next video we're gonna explore more our data mining model. Okay, thanks, and I want to see you in the next video. Okay.